I mean, for all the experienced agents out there, you guys know what the market is like. It can be hot hands, and it can be cold. It can be very cold.
Oh, yes.
Right? And a lot of these things are out of our control. So what you were mentioning earlier about diversification is totally true.
Today is yet another significant milestone for ERA as we strive to provide evolutionary solutions and services to our real estate trusted advisors and our customers. I'm indeed very honored to welcome the CEO of Endowers, Gregory Vent, to join us today at ERA Media Hub. I'm excited to announce yet another game-changing collaborations with Endowers because it's a step nearer to our vision of a holistic view on real estate asset progression and wealth planning. Diversified portfolio, singular view. That's our vision. Our aim is to guide our people and valued customers through their investment journey as they build their respective portfolios that align with their life stage and financial goals. This collaboration comprises of two broad thrusts: regular financial education programs to enable our people and valued customers to meet their investment needs in real estate asset progression and wealth planning, and also to do cross-market each other capabilities and services to benefit our people and our valued customers. To illustrate further, I am pleased to offer Endowers customers access to Realty Watch app. Realty Watch apps is ERA's strategic vision of creating the ultimate all-in-one super app for properties owner, buyers, landlords, and tenants, where they could monitor any property transactions activities in Singapore. To further the development of our overall property investment journey, we have been tying up strategic collaborations with like-minded partners to provide value-add solutions and services to Realty Watch VIPs. We are indeed honored to collaborate with Endowers to shape and improve digital property experience to our people and valued customers. Together, I believe our work in our respective industry and society at large will create new opportunities, and together we will build a future that will benefit one and all. Thank you very much, everyone.
I would like now to introduce our next speaker. Mr. Gregory Vent is the CEO of Endowers. He started his first investment in Amazon at the young age of 17 and began his career in investment banking at UBS after graduating from the University of Pennsylvania. Prior to his role as founder at EndowUs, Mr. Vent was a senior manager at Grab, leading technology and payment partnerships, helping Grab unlock over 100 payment methods across the region when Grab was cash only. As a founding partner of EndowUs, he is passionate about making investing accessible and convenient to everyone at the lowest achievable cost. Let us join our hands and welcome Mr. Gregory Vent, Chief Executive Officer of EndowUs, to speak to us all.
It's great to be here today with the ERA Singapore team. Wealth management and being wealthy is a lifestyle choice and requires you to plan along the way. A critical part of being wealthy in your own definition of life is the home that you live in and making sure that you are taking care of your family, your loved ones, and your priorities. At EndowUs, we are the first digital advisor for your CPF, SRS, and cash, so all your sources of wealth here in Singapore. We're MAS licensed, and we have a number of advisors, tens of thousands of clients using our platform at endowus.com to manage their wealth holistically. Working with ERA Singapore allows them a further look into holistically looking after all of their assets and wealth. So we're really excited to be here today. It is our hope that through this collaboration, we unlock more potential for our clients in seeing, their future plans. I think whether you're buying a home or selling a home, you are going to get you need assets to purchase. And when you sell a home, you'll be receiving assets. You need to know what to do with that money to reach your next life and financial milestones. We hope to partner with you on that journey. Thank you. It's great to be here today.
The official MOU signing ceremony between CEO Marcus Chu of ERA Singapore and CEO Gregory Van of Endowers will now take place. Marcus and Gregory will sign the MOU, which will be witnessed by ERA Singapore's COO of Agency Business Thomas Tan and Endowers Director of Business Development and Partnerships Chua Yi Chen. Thank you, Marcus and Gregory. These are indeed exciting times ahead for ERA Singapore and Endowers. Earlier today, we have witnessed a momentous partnership that will bridge the gap in financial literacy for ERA's trusted advisors and clients. Let us now take a look behind the scenes as Marcus and Gregory engage in a dialogue session to learn more about this collaboration.
We are so excited to have Endowers with us this afternoon, and the Chief Executive Officer, Gregory Van, he's just next to me. Look at this handsome young man here. Can we all give him a big welcome? Yay! Tell us more about Endowers.
Thanks, Marcus. Hi. So EndowUs is an MAS licensed digital wealth platform. We are the first digital advisor for all of your wealth here in Singapore, CPF, SRS, and cash. We actually work very closely with UOB Kay Hian, one of Singapore's largest brokers, in order to democratize investing for everyone. We really want to empower the everyday investor to take control of their financial future with expert advice and exclusive access to products, all effortlessly at the palm of their hand.
And your platform provides solutions to customers who want to invest, and they invest in funds.
They invest in funds, or what we call unit trusts in Singapore. Yep.
So it's not direct access to the stocks and shares.
It is not direct access. We believe that there are experts, and we can assess those experts, and we can construct globally diversified portfolios that are suitable for you at the right level of risk and at lower cost than ever before. And we have a number of very, very experienced people from the institutional world of finance who are creating these portfolios, assessing these portfolios, and making them accessible to everyone. One thing we are doing with technology is making the best of investing available to everyone. So you can get started on the Endowus platform for as little as $1,000, completely digitally at the palm of your hand. So we're really excited about that.
So that is the difference of Endowers, which is creating a platform that is accessible to anyone as little as $1,000.
I think what is different about Endowus is our opinion on the matter, right? We're trying to guide you through that wealth journey. So you can tell us, I have a goal X number of years away. I can tolerate this level of volatility.
Controls is at the fingertip of the investor. Oh.
Yes. So they give us inputs and we provide our suggestion.
Right.
They can agree with that suggestion and go along with it. Or actually on the Endowus platform, and this is again the beauty of technology, they can say, you know what, I like that suggestion, but I want to tweak it a little bit. So then they can go and build their own portfolio on the platform, which we will run for them as well.
Because I tried building my own portfolio too.
You did, okay.
Using the Endowus platform. And it's very interesting because you can create different portfolios according to the different level of risk that you can take when you build that portfolio.
We have clients who say, hey, I want to invest my CPF and I'm planning on using my CPF to buy a house in 10 years' time. What should I do? We would not put them in a very, very risky portfolio because we want them to secure and have the money they need to buy that house of their dreams. Right?
So
That's
it's
very
like
important.
creating an investment plan to save out and at the same time invest the savings.
Exactly, but at the appropriate level of risk.
Right.
Right. You don't want to take too much risk. Then we
Right.
have the client who says, I own my property, I've paid it down, I might buy another property, but I won't use CPF. My CPF is for my retirement.
Right.
And for that, depending on the duration or the time they have to retirement, we can say, okay, well, if you can tolerate, more volatility, more risk, we can target a higher expected return as well. So you can be in a globally diversified portfolio of, stocks, for example. So all of that capability is possible on the EndowUs platform.
I have another question about EndowUs platform. Is there any lock-in period when we invest in the portfolio?
No, so there are no lock-in periods. Again, you can start investing from as low as $1,000.
Okay.
When you invest your CPF, that money will be returned to your CPF. And that's sometimes a question we get. People think when they invest CPF, they can take the money out. The answer is no.
Okay.
It comes from CPF, it goes back to CPF. It comes from SRS, it goes back to SRS.
Right.
And for cash, you can link your bank account, and it's really convenient. From the app, you can say, I want to redeem $5,000, for example. You click that, and it'll ask you, okay, do you want to leave it in your EndowUs account or send it right back to your bank? And you can say, please send it right back to my bank, and we will process everything for you all the way through, and you just need to wait for the money to show up at your bank. It's very important that you trust the process with which these portfolios are created, where you're ultimately putting your money. It's really serious. So on top of that, we went an extra mile so that every single person, every single EndowUs client in Singapore, when they create their account, we create an account for them in their own name at UOB Kay Hian. The money is in the safe hands of UOB Kay Hian. When you send money to your EndowUs account, you actually send your money directly to UOB Kay Hian. And they tell me, or they tell the platform,
Right.
when it's arrived.
Okay.
And then we tell UOB Kay Hian, okay, well, Marcus wants to invest it in this portfolio.
Right.
Here are his orders.
Okay.
And then they will send the money directly from there to the funds.
Right.
Right. We are an independent and advisor to you, but made much more efficient with the help of technology.
I see. But ultimately, the ownership of the funds, of the portfolio, which consists of all the funds, is still the buyer or the investor.
Yes, it is the client.
The client.
The client, yeah.
Right. I think you make it so simple for the layman out there to invest into funds that is difficult for their reach, and at the same time, you make it so attractive in terms of the fees.
Yes.
That they have to pay. If they just walk into the bank, probably they have to pay 3 to 4 times more.
We like to be the low-cost leader.
Okay.
We do. I would say that it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's a premium offering at lower cost.
Right. Actually, it's not so much of the service fee that I feel the values it's all about. I think the value is all about is you are able to create that kind of portfolios that's according to the client's needs and wants. And it is not according to what the reseller needs and wants. It's more to the client's needs and wants. It's
Correct.
actually tailored to the individual needs.
Yes.
And I think that is important because we share the same values in ERA. Whenever we do property portfolio plannings for our clients, we adopt the same kind of attitude. All right. Our approach is to ensure that we maximize the returns for our clients with the expertise of our trusted advisors. And at the same time, we also engage technology. All right. I'm not sure whether you know about our Realty Watch apps that we have launched recently in August. We have launched Realty Watch to educate homeowners and landlord about the neighborhood transaction prices, which is the resale property prices, the rental prices, and these are all very current transactions, okay, that is meaningful to the owner or the landlord, okay. to give up-to-date informations like the mortgage loans rates. And this is all at the convenience of the clients, okay, using our Realty Watch app. Okay, what is our intention is we want to add values to the VIPs out there. We call them VIPs, who are our Realty Watch subscriber, to access into information that is non-biased, that is not driven because we want to earn them a commissions.
Yep.
It's because we have a mission to fulfill, and our mission is to value add them in terms of knowledge of informations that is non-biased. And I know the approach of Endowers is also towards helping young people invest their savings in preparations of their future.
Yep.
Okay, like buying their first property. So instead of putting the money in the banks, they can actually put that money in Endowers. But I was wondering, what are the things that you guys are doing that appeals to the millennials?
Yeah, so I think our customer base is very wide, from age 21 all the way to people in their 90s. We have people in their 70s who invest.
So it's never too early or late to invest.
It's never too early or late. I mean, if you're 70 today,
Okay.
you still have a 20 or 30-year investment horizon. That's pretty significant. And you need to invest to maintain your quality of life. Right? Otherwise, inflation. I mean, look at the price of real estate, for example, in terms of inflation. The cost of living continues to go up, and that's healthy for the economy. But when you are relying on your financial capital versus your human capital, so your human capital is, your work and being paid for, your labor, whether that's creativity or doing a property transaction or whatever it is, that will eventually slow down at some point in your life, and you need to rely on your financial capital.
Right.
And it's very important that people take care and nurture that financial capital by investing it properly. I think everyone should try to speculate in the markets, because you'll realize how difficult it is. For the younger generation, it's about getting started and understanding, investing on your own, speculating on your own, and seeing how you want to manage your money.
Totally agree.
So a question for you. So our understanding is that the fundamental in real estate advisory is asset progression.
Oh yes.
What exactly is asset progression, and how is it relevant to this collaboration?
The term asset progression can be very broad, but if I just put it into real estate, asset progression is about an individual that grew their property portfolio from a single to a multiple properties, okay, in the Singapore context. So it's from one smaller property to another bigger property in Singapore. It's not uncommon for any individual Singaporeans that started working and build their property assets. So that is asset progression in a real estate context. So I believe that besides real estates, the total financial plannings includes real estates and includes financial, which is investing in stocks and shares, investing in funds, unit trusts, ETF, and any other platforms, okay, that can help to generate returns for their money. So it's not just real estate, and we got to take this in a more balanced and holistic view. It's not just one asset class, but different asset class. So we don't just put all, we don't teach our agents or our clients to put all money in one basket. We actually diversify to get a balanced return, okay, despite all market conditions. So I believe that real estate agents spend a lot of time building their career. And when I get to know about Endowers, I'm fascinated by your platform. Actually, it is so effortless to create our own portfolio. And the people behind the portfolio are professionals that helps wealthy individual okay, to manage their funds. And they have all this experience. And now it is presented in this platform that it's so easily accessible, and the entry level is so small. It's like as little as $1,000 you can start investing. I would advise and sincerely approach our agents in our company, in our industry, to try this out. Because while you're working hard and while you're preparing and saving up for your property investments, which is a big ticket item, that down payment or that deposits will take time to save up. So besides CPF, you are saving out your cash. So you can maximize the returns, okay, with investment platform like Endowers. And because this platform is so little effort on your side to monitor the market, because the professionals are doing the job behind to help us to guide over our funds and the growth of our funds and minimize the losses of our funds in different market conditions. And there's so little time that you need to monitor on this, okay, and able to maximize your returns with minimum effort. I think that's the kind of things that really value add the agents that is working so hard, okay? Because from my experience with real estate agents is that they spend a lot of time in their business or in their career. But one area they often miss out is investing their hard-earned income. And real estate is not the only asset class that you can invest. There's also funds, there's also stocks and shares, and there's platform like Endowers that can help us to do that job easily.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. I mean, back to your comment about asset progression, I think, you know, everyone wants to live a better life and, you know, upgrade from wherever they are. And there is this desire, and you know, I think in Singapore, people are very ambitious. And yes, you know, you have your first property and you want to save up and work hard towards your second property. But it's not just taking your salary and saving it up and piling it up under your bed, right? You need to put that money to work in a smart way. We want your money to lead to tangible benefits, tangible goodness in your life. So having a plan, like knowing, you know, when you want to buy that house is important, and then setting the right portfolio to reach that milestone, right? And I think we can definitely help people in that asset progression process.
Right, I think we complement each other very well.
Which complements us very well.
Besides agent, it's also our agent's client.
Yeah, and for the agents, I mean, for all the experienced agents out there, you guys know what the market is like. It can be hot hands, and it can be cold. It can be very cold.
Oh yes.
Right? And a lot of these things are out of our control. So what you were mentioning earlier about diversification is totally true, right? And just piling on cash from, you know, your career is fantastic. And I think, you know, a lot of the agents are doing a great job in building their relationships and making great transactions. But you need to start building up your nest egg and doing it in a responsible way.
Right.
So, you know, we hope that this collaboration will give you an avenue to do so.
That is what we can do for our agents as a company level. We tie up with like-minded corporations, and in this case, you have diverse expertise in fintech, and I believe our collaboration will greatly benefit ERA Trusted Advisor. All right, and I totally believe a balanced asset progression planning. It's not just about real estates; it's also all asset class, and our clients will also benefit. Okay, in the whole, being ERA clients, right? And in longer term, we also can tap into integrating ERA existing prop tech tools such as the Realty Watch to access an accurate and up-to-date property markets overview. What do you think? You agree?
Yeah, I think it's totally possible. I mean, I think as we become more integrated into the life of the Singaporean, in the Singaporean person, as a client of EndowUs, as probably a property owner for many. I mean, property ownership in Singapore is one of the highest in the world. So everyone has wealth tied up in property. I think it definitely makes sense for them to have a holistic view on their total wealth. Really quickly, what does ERA plan in the next phase of digital transformation?
Actually, our vision is always to be in the forefront, to provide evolutionary solutions and services to our clients. And we seriously focus our attention on adding values to our clients, providing them with positive transaction experience. So that is our focus. And we are doing all these innovations by ourselves, and most importantly, we do strategic collaborations with like-minded partners like yourself to provide value-add solutions and services to all our clients, our VIPs, and we'll continue to move towards this direction. Okay, and partnering with Endowers, I think we are a step closer to our vision.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Marcus.
Right, man, it's great talking to you. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the CEO of Endowers, and his name is Gregory Van.